Hi all, this is Jess from the future coming in to tell you that my mic was not completely plugged in. So the audio in this video is a little funky and I'm gonna do my best to fix it in editing, but that is why all videos going forward, I will double check my mic. Now you may continue. Hi guys, it's Jess from Honest Fiction and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a book review for a book I read because I was obsessed with the show. Like many of you guys, I binged Bridgerton over the holidays and absolutely adored it. So today I'm going to be doing a review of The Duke and I by Julia Quinn, followed by a discussion that will be filled with spoilers of the similarities and differences between the show and the book. So I hope you guys enjoy. All right, so jumping into the plot of The Duke and I, it is super similar to the show. It follows Daphne, who is the eldest daughter of 8 children, and she is ready to come out into society and find a husband. And unfortunately, she doesn't have a lot of very promising marriage offers when she first comes out, so she ends up making a deal or kind of a scheme with the Duke of Hastings in order for them to both kind of benefit each other. By fake dating, Daphne is hopefully going to get more promising marriage offers, and the Duke of Hastings can avoid all of the other women that are trying to marry him because he is not interested in marriage. So it goes from there. It was an enjoyable read. However, I think I actually preferred the show to the book, which very rarely happens with me. I think the only other one I feel that way about is The Notebook. It's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. But overall, I did enjoy it. Did I enjoy it enough to pick up the rest of the series? I'm not so sure. I probably will just because I want to know what happens to some of the characters. But let me jump into the spoiler discussion. Sorry, the beginning was so short, but I really want to just gush and discuss the show versus the book. All right, so jumping in to the differences between the show and the book, I will say there are going to be some slight spoilers, so if you haven't read the book or you haven't seen the show, please do not continue. That being said, here we go. So one of the main things is I think they elaborated on a lot of characters in the show. Anthony is not a huge part of the book at all. He actually knows about the scheme between Daphne and Simon throughout most of the book, and he's okay with it as long as it doesn't damage Daphne's reputation in society. So as soon as he kisses her, that was accurate. Like Anthony does get upset with Simon and forces her to marry, or says she has to marry him, and they do that whole duel. So like that was accurate, but he knows about what's going on throughout. And they combined some characters. There's actually a maid that raises Simon and helps with his stutter. The way Simon and Daphne meet is completely different. In the book, so in the show, they just bump into each other, I think, at a ball. But in the book, it's actually when Nigel is confronting Daphne. And in the show, I feel like they made it, trigger warning, they made it a little bit more rapey than they did in the book. In the book, he just kind of grabs her hand and is like begging her to marry him, but it doesn't seem like it's going to go further than that. Not that grabbing a woman is okay, but it just seemed a little bit rougher, I don't know, in the show. But anyway, that's when Simon jumps in to help Daphne, and that's when they meet, and that's when they kind of develop this whole scheme about fake dating. So I thought that was kind of interesting. There's no queen character in the book, or if there was, I must have somehow missed it, which was interesting because I felt she was very present in the show. So I don't know if she comes in later books. And I'm not sure if I'm going to read the later books, just because I think I mentioned this earlier. The marriage aspect, and I'm sure this is so accurate with historical romance. However, I just hated reading it. When Simon and Daphne get married, there's a lot of Simon saying, "You're my wife, like I own you." I think he does flat out say it at one point, but he's like, "You're mine." And I understand that's historically accurate, and that's how marriage kind of was back in those days, but it is so cringy to read on paper, and I just hated those parts. Also, the whole scene that happens that was done, it was done badly in the show, but I feel like it was done even worse in the books. I'm sure you guys know what scene I'm talking about. If you don't, Daphne kind of takes advantage of Simon, and he does not want children, so she kind of forces him to complete, I guess is the best way to do it, inside of her, and tries to force a baby. So like I said, didn't love it in the show, but really hated it in the books, because in the books, Simon's completely wasted. He is so drunk. He has been drinking the entire night before because him and Daphne got into a fight. And it's really, really not fun to read. So did not enjoy that. I've heard as the books continue, some of the other children's storylines get a little bit better. So I might continue with the series. I'm still not sure, but yeah. So those are my thoughts. Those are the main differences between the show and the books. Like I said, I really enjoyed the show. I will definitely be watching the next season of the show. Just not sure if I'm going to be reading the books. So that's it for my tiny review and also the differences between the book and the show. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments. If you don't know yet, I post new videos every Tuesday and Sunday. And if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys next week. Bye.